I'm going to be bringing you guys a domination game from Standoff where I go 43 and 15 with 5 captures. I died off a couple kill streaks a couple times. We didn't really have map control, so that's kind of what I was trying to do, was just hold the middle of the map so we could keep B. I don't really play pubs that much, but I was trying to get some gameplays. I haven't really had any good gameplays from league play or scrims or anything like that lately, so I was just trying to get a good gameplay. I do get a swarm at the end of the map, but as usual, people go inside buildings and my team acts like, you know, they just disappeared. They don't try to clear them out or anything like that. They just act like, oh, well, they must have gone invisible, so, you know, where are they? And then they just run in blindly. Even though we have UAVs and stuff, they still just could not seem to get a grip as to where they're at. So the swarm gets a couple kills. It doesn't really get that many. But what I really want to talk about today is maybe some upcoming changes that are potentially happening with competitive, and then maybe the new consoles as well. I want to give a little bit about that. I also want to talk a little bit about just competitive in general, and my thoughts. So we all saw Anaheim, we all saw Gfinity, and of course, if you don't know, Gfinity rules are different. European variations are different than North American variations, and I think they have a good point with some of their variations that they do run with. So let's say Gfinity, no sentry guns, no MMS, I believe no shotgun, and maybe no LMGs. I'm not real sure on the LMGs, but I definitely think there were no shotguns. So first we'll start with the no sentry guns, and I do know this is a widely used streak, but I agree with not having them because it's like having a fifth man. It's like having an extra guy. So anyway, what happens is it almost acts like a fifth guy. So you're playing 4v4, let's say CTF. Okay, so you put the sentry gun watching the flag. Well, that acts as a defensive guy, a fifth man. And not only that, but it acts as an alarm. So if it starts shooting, you know there's a guy there. So and it's also AI controlled. It's controlled by the computer. So I don't really agree with it too much because it takes away from the game. I mean, yeah, you can avoid it, you can dodge it, you can throw EMPs, you can smoke it, but it's still going to tell your position. It's still going to give away that, hey, somebody's at our flag. So it kind of takes away from the flank, and it kind of takes away from the skill of the game. As far as the no shotguns, I totally agree with that. And maybe not all shotguns, but take the 870 out, because if the 870 is gone, then the KSG takes skill. I mean, let's just be honest. The KSG takes skill to use, and anybody who's used it knows that. So maybe not all shotguns, but maybe just take out the 870. And then LMGs, I definitely agree with no LMGs. There is no skill, not 1 ounce of skill in an LMG. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you're using it. There's no skill in it. Because either way, you have a 100 bullet clip, a 50 bullet clip, a 75 bullet clip with insane range and the power up close. If you're pre-aiming, I mean, like the hammer shoots fast, so up close you're still going to beat a sub. The LSAT, incredible range. MK48, absolutely incredible range. The MK48 on land would be a 3 bullet kill even with the suppressor, no matter where on the map. So I just don't agree with them. I also like the fact that MMSs were taken out. The MMS, when we played in the Inferno PCS tournament, a lot of guys would just, you know, plant the bomb and then just sit somewhere in a corner, in a random corner, and they would have an MMS just watching. And to me, that's no skill. If you have something that's watching your back like that can be X-ray vision through surfaces, I don't think it's right. Or if they're gonna have MMSs, they need to have it to where if you're planting the bomb, you can't be seen, because I can't tell you how many times I died trying to defuse the bomb, trying to ninja defuse, and the guy only knew I was there because he had the MMS, so he would see me laying on the ground. So I don't think that's right either. I think the MMS is you know, a decent pub like attachment, like, oh, it's fun to use, but as far as using it in competitive, I definitely don't agree with it. I also
UAV on standby.
kind of like the fact that, let me see, I said LMGs, I said shotguns. There were no 870s, Gfinity rules. Okay, so let's talk about the maps real quick. So there are some pro teams trying to get DLC maps included into competitive once they come out, and I like this idea because it just give us more maps to play, because if you've been playing Champions League play since it came out, we're now in season 8. So we've been playing Raid, we've been playing Standoff, we've been playing all these maps, you know, for months now, the same game types. And so I think adding new maps would be cool. You know, maybe not all of them, maybe just, you know, 1 or 2 or something like that, but switch it up a little bit. Add some more maps to the rotation. Because now in Champion Series, they've taken out Plaza, they've taken out, they already took out Hardpoint Express, which they took that out a long time ago. But now there's no Search and Destroy Plaza, so you're pretty much playing the same stuff. You're playing Standoff, Hardpoint, CTF, Search. You're playing, let's see, Yemen Hardpoint, which is coming up a lot more now that they've taken Plaza out of the game. And let me tell you how many people hate that. Holy cow. When you try to get into a map and it's Yemen Hardpoint, man, you just better expect the other team to back out, because nobody really wants to play that.
Move it.
Then you got Raid, Hardpoint, CTF, and Search. And other than that, I'm not real sure.
Concussion out.
I can't really recall off the top of my head, but it's pretty much the same maps. You know, Raid, Standoff, Express, Search, and Yemen. So those are the maps that you have. And what it does is,
Friendly UAV.
I don't know, it gets kind of monotonous, and it just gets a little bit repetitive. So I think bringing in new maps would be kind of cool. So hopefully the North America adopts some of the Gfinity European variations. I think that would be awesome. So now let's talk about competitive in general, and then the new systems. So on the new systems, I've heard that they're going to stick with the same systems right now for a little while. So PS3, Xbox, they're going to stick with those for a little while once the new systems come out, even though I'm not real sure I agree with that. I think as soon as the new systems come out, we should be able to just get on that and get grinding. I think it would be awesome to do that. And it would, I don't know, that's what's supposed to be happening, you know? A new game comes out, you go grind it on that system. But then we're going to get Ghosts, and then we're going to have to play it on the old system and wait for the new systems. I don't know if I completely agree with that. I think we should just jump straight to the new systems. I also don't agree with the fact that MLG has already said that they're going to support Xbox and not PlayStation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the PlayStation 4 is supposed to be better processor, better graphics, and it's you don't. Oh my God! Don't even get me started with the stupid features that they've now put into the Xbox One. Oh, one and all in one, whatever the hell their slogan is. It's absolutely stupid.
Sniper's clear.
You know, I don't really give a shit that I can voice activate my Xbox. You know, it's just not something that interests me. I'm okay with pushing a button. You know, I'm not that lazy. Also, some of the other stupid features they have, you know, where you can't you can't buy used games. You can't play games at your friends' houses or whatever. All those stupid features I definitely don't agree with. Built-in capture cards, I don't agree with that either, because, you know, a lot of us have spent money on the cards that we have. So I have an Elgato, I spent $160 on that. And now you're going to put a capture card into the new system, which is going to allow everybody and their mother to be able to stream, to be able to create videos. And I understand this is a big thing for the community, but making videos and being able to stream shouldn't be for everyone. You know, I feel like you should have to pay for it. And I feel like it can't be that high of a quality of an Elgato. So now I have an Elgato, and I'm not even sure if that thing is going to be able to run on the new systems, because there's less USB ports. There's no compatibility, and I don't really agree with that. I think these companies need to somehow get compatibility, because you know, we have all this equipment. We have Astros, we have Elgatos, we have different mics, we have all this stuff that we've had on old systems that now we can't use on new systems. We're gonna have to rebuy. And I know that's not a problem for the guys that are sponsored, because they'll be given this stuff. But some of us that aren't as big as those guys, I just don't agree with it. I think the stuff I have, I should be able to use, and I don't think, and they haven't really released much information on the capture cards as far as how good they are. But I definitely think that
Shot out.
they should not be as good as an Elgato, and I'm hoping they're not, and I'm hoping that my Elgato is compatible, because it's the best capture card I've ever had. I've only had 2. I've had the PVR and that. So I like the Elgato way better, top of the line. So that's my spiel on that. And then competitive in general, I think my team's getting better. I think a lot of teams are getting better. And And I think it actually makes people have to think to play, and I love that because my mind is always going. So that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We did end up winning. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment, and thanks for coming, guys. I'll see you guys